Game number 1, everybody! Alright, apologies for missing out on the draft, but somehow Heroes of the Storm bugged and had some massive graphical glitches as we headed into the draft. So we skipped it for now, but just to give you guys a bit of an idea, as you can see, the blue team, Team Tsunami, the Korean team that finds himself in the loser bracket, they start with Jojo and Leo at the front line. Tons of wave clear on the two of them alone already, with Jimmy and Vala dishing the damage out. Stukov is helping here, Hyde playing. Stacked lineup, obviously. And Team ASoul, they are playing, the Chinese team, they're playing with Diablo and Blaze. We have Chromie and Tigers for damage, and Deckard Kane is coming in here. So again, we are currently playing Korea versus China. There's one Chinese player on the side of Team Tsunami, and that's their main tank here on Jojo. Probably the reason why they're playing Johanna in the first place. Again, Johanna is super popular in China, especially the level 16 talent with the vacuum is super often taken. Whereas we are not seeing it at all on the European side. So it's a bit of a weird game, because Team Tsunami is a team that is so insanely stacked with Korean top players that I honestly had them packed for the winner bracket final, and I didn't expect them to drop down into the losers bracket. But Team C8, a full Chinese team, dropped them with a 3-1, what's super impressive, in the winner bracket semifinals. That's why we have Tsunami now playing in this best of 5 series here. And they play against ASoul. And ASoul has a really, really tough bracket. In the first round of the tournament, in the winner bracket, they faced off against another Korean team, against Team Fly, who also has a lot of former ex-HGC players from Korea. And now in the lower bracket, they have to go up against Team Tsunami. Now, ASoul themselves, they did fairly well in the series against A-Fly, the other Korean team, in the winner bracket. They also had a good run in their first losers bracket match, but now they have to prove themselves again. And I really like their play style. They just always fought back. They had good coordination. They had some really promising moves. Can they take down the strong Korean powerhouse, though? That's the big question. For me personally, the blue team is still the favorite here. And since this is the lower bracket, the losers bracket, that of course also means that whoever loses the game is out of the tournament, whereas the winner still has a chance to move through the lower bracket back towards the grand final. So it's definitely a fun one that we're seeing. We currently have an arrow build for Vala that is being used here. Tsunami is trying to stack that up as quickly as possible with the repeating arrow kicking in on level 4. And on top of that, we have the Consume Vitality and the Ghastly Reach. So yeah, good for them. Tigers with the Master Assassin. Again, not for the quest, more so taken for the extra passive, for the attack speed that you also get then for your ult, for Odin. There's a lot of aggression already in the middle of the map. They're brawling it out again, and the blue team wants the kill, and they get it. Chromie with the poke was trying to go for a counter kill, but couldn't lock the shots in. And so Diablo is the first one to fall with some extra damage dished out towards the gate here. Yeah, nicely done. At the bottom of the map, at the same time, we now have our Leo versus Blaze lane set up properly, as you would expect. And it's time to really go for it here today, because the early level 7 is kicking in for Chromie. Both teams are locking in huge chunks of experience, with the blue team walking away with an entire level lead at the 3-minute mark. So yeah, they're crushing it. And they're also stacking. It's not only Vala that stacks. We have the veteran marksman here on the side of Jimmy. So he is starting to get that together with those hits and is sitting at 13, 14 very early in the game. So really, really working around those auto attacks and trying to get them stacked hard into the later stages of the game at this point. But the beginning of the game is amazing for them. They open the wall up in the middle. They're even going for the fountain here. This is all happening before they have the first Web Weaver wave. So a huge amount of damage already dished out, opening the side walls up too. And by now they have enough gems to go for the full turn-in. Whereas the red team is still struggling to get those gems together. Leo is also again in trouble, but Chromie is providing a lot of fire from the backline to keep the blue team at bay. But Tsunami is definitely starting things off with a bang here. They are aggressive. They are not happy that they are in the lower bracket, I can tell you that much. That team had a lot riding on them, of course, and there were tons of expectations towards them too. Losing against the Chinese team in the winner bracket semifinals was definitely not planned. So now, Nero, Vala gets attacked, but there's no kill. Gets really close though to it, so yeah, dropped very low. But the Web Weavers are going to be descending, and this is of course the moment when you're going to try to push even farther ahead now, as both teams have level 7. Conviction is in. We also got the Frost Shot for Vala. Grenade setup for Tychus. Down to the bottom of the map. We have still Kyoja going up against Blaze. And at the top side, they're going for Dibbles once more. Diablo has been a bit of a punching ball already, and this is not really looking good. Trying to move out. And there's the jab. Nice. That probably saved Diablo in this situation. Tons and tons of pressure on ASoul. Moves through the mid lane in an attempt to take down the fort. Side engage, but Gondai is stopping Diablo with a penetrating round. And they are going toe-to-toe again. Vala at 18 stacks. Jimmy on 24. The fort here likely to fall. They're dropping it. Work well done. And at the bot side, Kyoja is playing it out against Blaze and is helping to destroy another fountain. So a lot of the sustain here is gone. And they are diving in. They want those 27 gems. If they can take the kill on Blaze, that would be a disaster for them. And indeed it is. Blaze is dead. And they got Kane. Yeah, he has to move back. Chromie is dead too. Got interrupted on the rotation. Sorry, got killed at the top lane. Down here, another fort falls. And you can tell the Koreans are angry. They are mad, and for good reason. They're looking at this lower bracket and they're like, we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be here. Let's go to the grand final right away and make it work. They're a bit pissed. The Falling Sword is in. They have a full level lead. 3 kills to 0. They take the Siege Giants. The first Web Weaver wave gave them 2 forts. And now we have them with a Falling Sword in play. On top of that, we also got Hyperion now. And they're making a move for the boss already. Now, it's only 6 minutes into the game. If they take the boss, it's not like they can immediately take down another fort. They might be able to do it. But the boss is not really hitting all that hard yet. But since they have heroic abilities and ASoul doesn't, there's no reason not to claim that. The gap in experience is more than enough. Now Kyoja moving out at the bot lane. That's wasting a bit more time for Team ASoul. They still don't have enough gems, by the way, for a turn-in because they lost players earlier. And that was a ton of gems that were lost there. How many was it? 26, I believe? Now we got the Lornado in. Lornado plus the Lightning Breath. Enough gems again for Team Tsunami to get another Web Weaver wave. They are only 3 short, which could be turned in by Kyoja any moment at the bottom turning point now. And they are abandoning the top. So if they don't get anybody in here to take that boss down, then it's likely going to be another fort that bites the dust. But they're looking for the fight. They want to fight with level 10 abilities because they know perfectly well another turn it would hurt. Here comes the Entomb. Hyperion gets used. Gondai in trouble, but the trade kicks in and he survives. Even Odin got popped. The top fort has now been destroyed. Diablo is trying to make the engage, but they go for the Chromester, and she nearly dies, but she waddles her way out of the team fight just in time. Does not get murdered here by Johanna, who was high on her heels. Of course, with the topside fort being eliminated, now there's the time for the turn-in, and that's exactly what Leo is working on. Yeah, that's a crazy one. So we have a huge amount of power pushing through for Team Tsunami as they are hoping to end the first game with a big snowball. All of the forts are destroyed. Big shove happening. Diablo completely out of the fight here. They go for Jojo, and that's the first kill in the game for Team ASoul. They were caught a bit off guard by the early aggression that we saw from Tsunami here, but they're trying to find their own rhythm now and stabilize a bit. It's not going to be easy with a minion camp, mercenary camp, and Team Tsunami's objective pushing through the middle of the map though. Even just taking a few of those walls out would be nice, but they are getting additional kills. They take Tychus down, and even Diablo is in trouble, as he got locked down by Kyoja for just a moment and fully drained. So this mid lane wall is opening up. Blaze is moving towards the top to make sure that the Web Weaver can't get too much value here either. But with level 13 talents in their hands, Team Tsunami is just pushing. They're going for the big push. They're trying for Diablo once again. Chromie is already dead in the backline. The mace to the face eliminated her. Now Diablo is down, and that's the triple kill as the old man dies too. Deckard Kane is dead, and they are crushing. Leo sacrifices his hit point pool, activates the trade, but they get the keep. We are 9 minutes into the game and they just drop their keep on Tomb of the Spider Queen. The bot lane is still open. Blaze is nearly dead, doing what he can. The bottom has been opened up and even the keep has started to take damage. Team Tsunami, they are massacring ASoul in the early game. The Chinese team is just sitting here and taking one hit after another. They're desperately attempting to stay alive. But, oh my god. Ooh, that was a nice one. Nice move against Kyoja. I like that. Chromie just saying, no, 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 get over here. Yeah, he was attempting to ghost away. That didn't work for him, even a little bit. So now as it stands, it's 7 kills to 4. Still not enough gems for ASoul to get the turn in. They're still walking on their first. And there it is, the escape of Gonda on Jimmy and also Jojo. They're turning it on Diablo again. Diablo in trouble and he dies. Yeah, he's down to 42. Oh my god, the entomb! What an entomb and what a follow-up. They want the kills. Do they have the damage here? I'm not so sure. Yeah, that got scary quickly. Here's the maze again. Tychus is down. The rest is still on the run. Another ult. Good damage from Chromie, and it's enough to take the kill. And there's the double. They take 2 of them down. They want to go for Gonda too, but Chromie, she is also in a huge amount of trouble as we are seeing her die once again together with Deckard Cain. 11 kills to 6. Level 16 is now available. They try to go for the bottom keep. Big minion wave and siege giants are coming in now. What a game. That is a slapdown. Rallying Cry, Royal Focus and Ominous Wraith. And that's keep number 2 at the 11-minute mark that gets obliterated. That's nasty. That is absolutely nasty. And there it is, of course, again. Talked about it a lot during this tournament. The shrinking vacuum on level 16 for Johanna. The Chinese special right here. But holy hell is Team Tsunami mad. All the anger from the winner bracket, from losing to C8, and they are unleashing it on ASoul, who's just sitting here like, guys, what did we do to you? Can you stop? Please, just slow down for a second. Like, what the hell? So now we have 15 to 17, 11 kills to 6, 50 stacks for our boy Jimmy. Damage output, 50,000. He's at 50,000 damage. Gonda is just positioning his way to victory here with one stutter step into another. One auto attack after the next. Getting his trade up on level 1. And it is just mad. Absolutely mad. 16 versus 16 talents at least. The little NATO is coming in. They're trying to isolate Johanna, but Jojo, no problem for her. Here they come. Dibbles completes his quest, tries to go for Vala. Very good stun, but hide with a big shot, creating some space. And Vala's trying to turn it around. Vala still needs to be careful. Diablo was trying to get to her, but identified the threat soon enough. Blaze is moving out. There's Odin once again being poked, and Diablo, as he's trying to move out, gets cornered and dies. Diablo down, and look at them, they're just running. They're just running, trying to Hearthstone down here. But there's the kill. Vala is still alive. She gets out, but Deckard Cain and Blaze, they're not gonna make it. Another move, mace to the face as Leo is ghosting in. Jojo, she tries for the kill and she gets it. Diablo is also in trouble and he gets murdered once again. 16 kills to 6. What a game. What a game and what a performance. What an opening into the best of 5 here as Team Tsunami crushes, absolutely crushes ASoul in game number 1. GG and well played. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Here we go. Now the draft is working. Okay, I'm a little bit relieved, I'm not gonna lie. We're heading into Battlefield of Eternity, our second map in this series, and Team Tsunami has of course started to absolutely kick ass in game number 1. But yeah, this time the lobby or the draft isn't bugged, so I can actually guide you a little bit through what's happening here. But boy, are they angry. They are mad, aren't they? They speedrun map number 1, and if they can keep that momentum up and ASoul is not able to stabilize, then this is going to be a very quick series. I already felt bad for ASoul that they now go up against another Korean powerhouse after they already met one in the winner bracket. And again, the guys are usually playing pretty well, they're doing a great job here, but right now it is pretty insane. That was some incredible pressure from the blue team. Now, in the draft, the first thing that happens is Stukov gets banned. Hyde got his hands on Stukov. So many saves, so many good layups for the team to get kills. He played a fantastic match. And now we are just seeing the full-on ban wrath unleashed on the supports. Not only does Lucio get banned, Stukov gets banned, Malfurion gets banned. And finally, we have a DPS that gets eliminated as Vala is also scratched off. So, our first pick, what's it going to be? It's Battlefield of Eternity. We could get into a Hanzo play. It's a little bit difficult for me to judge. Even Tychus has made it into the first pick position several times now in Battlefield of Eternity. Greymane is another pick that we've seen a lot. I guess there's a lot of preference coming in here now on this map in particular. And the Koreans are starting things off with Diablo. Alright, so Dibbles is the first pick for them. Didn't really see that one coming. Ah, by the way, another hero that doesn't get played a whole lot here on the Chinese and Korean side, whereas we see him a lot in Europe, is Muradin. Muradin is another very, very good example of a hero that sees pretty much no use in the Asian meta, whereas the Europeans are playing him very frequently. Battlefield of Eternity is a good example for a map where Muradin gets played a lot with his stuns. So another one to keep in mind here. Hanzo and Johanna taken very quickly. So yeah, Hanzo and Jojo are coming in. So not only do we have some immortal damage already, but Johanna, another favorite of the Chinese teams. What are the Koreans picking now though? Because I still want to see some damage against the immortal. They could go into a mage like Li Ming, try and play around the resets. Li Ming Greymane would be awesome already. And we get Hogger plus Anduin first. That they don't go for any damage dealers up to now has me a little bit suspicious. Genji gets banned, okay. Li Ming Greymane, in my eyes, would still be great. That was an amazing combo during HGC, and it's still powerful today. So that might be something that they consider, because that would not only be a lot of damage against the Immortal, but it would also do very, very well against the opponent's team. If you just like poke them down slowly, you get the resets and everything, it would be kind of nasty. It's not going to be any kind of Li Ming Genji combo since Genji has been banned out, but there's the support. We get the old man. Deckard Cain comes in for game number 2. And there's Malthael. Alright, so they're targeting Diablo a bit with this. Now Tychus is still up. Jimmy could be technically played again. We've seen him once on Battlefield of Eternity. Not really the most common pick, but could happen. Li Ming is open. Greymane is open. Yeah, he's still got a lot. They're hesitating on the damage? Really? I expected quick picks here. I really thought that they had that already completely figured out what they wanted, so apparently they're still thinking it through, or they're just chilling. But there's Li Ming, and we get Jimmy together with it. Alright. Jimmy is back. And, well, with that, we now have Li Ming for the reset potential. And Greymane gets taken after all, but not by the Koreans. It's the Chinese that lock him in. Battlefield of Eternity, everybody. The 1-0 lead for Team Tsunami. And we head into the second map as they go up against ASoul once again. Game number 2. Team Tsunami in the lead with the 1-0 on the left side. We got Gonda with Reyna. Ah, the damage is there. You have Li Ming, you have Reyna, both of them good against the Immortal. The front line with Hogger and Diablo. Hyde on Anduin for all the support and sustain. And on the right side of the map, it is ASoul with Johanna as the main tank. It's going to be Malthael on the side lane. And of course, when it comes to damage, Hanzo and Greymane can chunk down the Immortal super, super quickly. And in addition to that, you now have also Deckard Cain, obviously, who can help them with the heals here. It's a nice setup for them. I'm just a bit worried after what we witnessed in game number 1. There's going to be another rough one here. So we got on level 1 the Soul Shield. We also got the On the Prowl. And yeah, time will tell. Can the red team tie the series? Have they recovered from game number 1? Or what do they have to do? Rumor has it that they're currently playing this game standing because they got spanked so hard in the first game that sitting down hurts. Again, cannot deny nor confirm. I'm just telling you what other people keep telling me. So, yeah. But anyways, level 1, we got the Exterminator in the house. So, what can Jimmy do on the Immortal? The answer is a lot. Jimmy is chunking that bad boy down. And if ever it comes to a stalemate situation in the middle of the map, Li Ming is going to be the one to look to. she's gonna try and get those hits in. And talking about those hits, Dibbles was already moving into the mid lane for Jojo again, but she had the Iron Skin up. That was important, or that could have been a kill even. Now, all the way up at the top, 1 versus 1 situation between them. But Kyoja is on the receiving end of this, is able to pog it out and do some damage in the process. And it's not only Greymane that's rotating, but we have some heroes for the blue team also making the move. It's all about the gank against Malthael, and in addition to that, the play for the camp, and Malthael is down. The aspect of death gets deaded. That's 1 kill to 0, and of course the camp top side is now also getting claimed. They're even pushing this out a bit further. The red team is reacting at the bottom of the map, realizing, of course, hey guys, we're playing a 3 versus 1 now. Let's go and take the bottom camp at least. So they're getting something out of it. It's a camp split between the two teams. The top side, the attack is still in. And they're going for the prep on the next camp. It's a bit early even. It's another half minute until the objective gets announced, and they're taking this very, very early. This is one of those situations where they're probably going to cap it late and just let it stand there. If they do that, no, they cap it right away. There's nothing more funny than a team that is trying to prep a camp to take it around the objective and then someone else moves in and steals it away. Happens every now and then. Rejuvenation potion on level 1 for Deckard Cain. That's kind of wild too. So, yeah. Rejuvenation on level 4 for them. We still got the dominance here for Liming, and boy, do they break through that wall. They are pushing with their camp super heavily, since the red team is having 2 heroes taking their own shaman camp. So not only do they get the entire... I mean, they got the entire wall, but they also get the fountain. That's kind of nuts. Now, you want to deal with the top camp too at some point, but boy, that's work done. And they're even making a play for Hanzo, which doesn't work out for them this time. But I like the aggression that we're seeing from them here. It was pretty fantastic. So now with the leading experience, with the... Oh, the stun into the immortal stun. Nice! Yeah, that forces Greymane back a little bit. He's not the only one though. Hyde is also on the run. And he's going for the Anduin special here. We have a little bit of POG happening topside too, and Kyoja locks in the halftime show for them. That's a really nice start for Team Tsunami. Not quite continuing where they left off on map number 1, and not getting that many kills just yet, but they definitely play nicely around the first objective of the game. And start to poke them down very heavily. The red team is having some trouble here. Hogger goes for the poke and even gets some hits in and some damage. Greymane wanted to go for it. Uh-oh, but that's a problem. Jojo dove in a bit too deep and finds herself in real trouble, whereas the rest of the blue team has been starting to focus the Immortal down a bit more aggressively and is nearly completing that. But Diablo might die, and indeed does. Nearly a counter kill on Greymane. He gets the heals from Deckard Cain, but can they get the Immortal here? And yes, the answer is easily. Big shield on it too. And Diablo's of course back in another 8 seconds. If they can get a kill here now on top of that, ooh, that would be the dream. They're trying, and Hanzo is dead. To add insult to injury, he gets killed by Anduin. I mean, dying is already bad enough as is, but then getting killed by Anduin? I mean, really? Anduin? Because he threw some light at you? Are you kidding me? Yeah. I would probably commit Sudoku if that ever happened to me. Now, anyways, we have level 7, we have a big Immortal topside, and this is spelling trouble for ASoul. They're likely going to lose a fort here. And they are engaging into that fight, even though they don't have level 7. They're trying to go for Hyde. It's a 4 versus 4 topside, and if they can kill Gonda, that would be great. But Hyde makes it out of the battle, saves Gonda, and now it's Greymane who dies instead. And as expected, the Immortal is chunking down the fort. They're going for another kill. They're trying to take Hanzo down. He dies too. That's 2 heroes eliminated, and the big push through the top lane continues. The fort was not enough. They try to eliminate the wall itself, and it is looking really, really good. Team Tsunami with big damage now. They have the full 5-man up at the top. The side wall is open, and they drop the gate. They go for tower number 2. That's a massive push with the first objective. That does serious damage. Yeah, they're not going to go for the keep just yet, but they have everything set up for later in the game to make that a reality. They can get a couple of kills here. They might even make the play after all, but I don't really think that they can go that deep. 4 kills against 1. They should really at some point just call it a day, or they are going to lose some heroes. Exactly as happens now. 1 down, and Diablo is likely going to fall onto as well. Yeah, hero makes it out. Good for him. Is Diablo really surviving this? Nah. Wow. Diablo survives, but Li Ming and Anduin both die. Li Ming and Anduin are both dead. 9.5 though. Wow. Yeah, that game is getting accelerated heavily. So we are looking at nearly level 10 talents. The gap got closed a bit through those kills. So ASoul is starting to catch up slightly. But yeah, I gotta say, this is not too shabby. Blue team with big structural damage, good experience. Gonna be a level 10 versus level 10 battle over Immortal number 2. But well done. Raiders! And we got the Hoarder pulled in. Camps are taken, and well, obviously this also is true for those mercenary camps on the top side here. So we got the Shaman en route once more. The Arrow for Hanzo. Both teams with level 10 abilities. Hanzo also the top damage in the game. Lulnado once more. Going for the big lull here. Diablo with the Apocalypse. Wave of Force. The bigger question is honestly what Malthael takes. So far, Tormented Souls has been the dominant talent at level 10 in this tournament. Are we going to get a Last Rites this time? Yeah, Last Rites. And Anduin has been waiting the entire time. He could adjust his own pick, of course. He could go for the words. There's the bullet too. Yeah, Anduin, is it going to be the light bomb? With that lineup, I mean, they could put it on Diablo, but I don't think so. Nice dodge. That arrow was a bit Captain Obvious, and it's still flying. And Anduin could easily go for the bubble here. Of course, by now, with Hanzo also using his ult, there's not a lot of engage that is left. Jojo could go for the Blessed Shield, but the red team is losing the halftime show as is. And she goes for the shield, They're trying to lock them down. Blessed Shield into follow-up. Anduin still not making a choice here. But Dibbles gets attacked a little bit, needs to be careful. Anduin still with the heals and the health. They're moving out. Apocalypse, the save. Yeah, popped the backline a bit and slowed them down. That's nearly 100% shield, so they zoned them away as the damage dealers were doing all the work on the Immortal. 4 kills to 4, but the red team just totally missed out on the objective. I mean, completely. Yeah, and Anduin, he's channeling the inner Donald again. He's going for the word, because he has all the words. He has the best words. Tremendous. Everybody says so. It's sad. It's really sad. But, well, you know, yeah. Alright, so 4 kills to 4. Off we go. Anduin in again. 4 down, guys. This is hurting. What the fuck? Who was that supposed to hit? Did he hope that they were jumping into it? No. 2 arrows, 0 hits. Sad. And now we go straight up for another kill as Malthael goes down. The aspect of death gets deaded. Yeah. A little bit of a sad approach there, but that could very well be the first key. Wow. Team Tsunami. They really unleashed the Tsunami this time. It was a very, very tiny breeze in the winner bracket, but they unleashed the Tsunami, even though Li Ming gets taken, with a keep losing hit points at this rate, and, well, they're dropping it. Structurally, they're so far ahead, it is absolutely nuts. Yeah, Diablo, can they save him? 3 survive, yeah, I mean, I call worth. I call absolute worth on this one. If you can take the keep down, and the fort, by the way, they took 2 main structures. What is this? Okay. Diablo went full China. He went full China. That's, by the way, the one Chinese player, in case that you're wondering who it was. I have no idea why he thought re-engaging into a team that had 5 heroes chasing was a great idea. Maybe he just said, guys, I have my baseline stacked. I need to use it for something. Well, reset! And he goes for a quick kill. So, yeah. Maybe he felt sorry for Team ASoul. We don't know. We're not going to find out today. But it was a bit wild. There they go again. Try to go for the hit. Unicorn, the arrow. This time it connects. But they can't get the kill. Oh, they can't get Hanzo though. He got a little bit greedy. And there's the bubble. There's the bubble. Word. And maybe a kill against Malthael. Oh, Greymane. He dies. And so does Malthael. The fiesta continues because Hogga is all this time sitting at the top side and Kyo just is saying, guys, if you don't send someone to deal with me, I'm going to take that one for free. Thank you very fucking much. I'll claim that. Yeah, and that's the second keep. We are now 11 minutes into the game, and both keeps are gone. Both keeps are gone. Keep down, camp stolen, continuous catapult pressure on both lanes, and still forts up for Team Tsunami. If you're new to the game, let me just tell you, this isn't good. This is pretty bad. Pretty bad. So over here, they are just crushing the hit points, and ASoul, they of course have another problem coming their way too. It's the level 16 talent that Team Tsunami will unleash in 20% roughly. So yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now another cam gets taken, 9 kills to 8. Like, look at the minimap, just check the minimap out. We have camps pushing and catapults pushing for the core. Now, it's so early in the game that these Winions are not going to do enough damage to seriously threaten the core. At least I don't think that's going to be a thing. But, boy, that is just such a loss of map control. It's nasty. And here's the level 16 talents, the double pull. Yeah, and of course, the Immortal is suffering even more damage. A kill against Diablo goes a long way. The bubble, he saved him! But he got stunned by the Immortal. The arrow, again, flying wide. Over here, the core might even lose a couple of hit points. Nope, they just save it with the shields. But now Greymane is in trouble and gets killed as Li Ning comes in with the Calamity. Easy kill on them. This is just nasty. Nasty shit! Down goes Malthael. And of course, here they come for Johanna. She's dead too. The hopes and dreams of ASoul are slowly crumbling as the old man is walking with a little NATO. That's 4 heroes down, only 1 survivor, and it's the bow boy. He can stick the bow where the sun doesn't shine because he just doesn't stand a chance all alone to take control of the situation. This is it. This is game number 2. A 2-0 lead, everybody, as Team Tsunami wins Battlefield of Eternity. Nicely done. GG. Well played. Infernal Shrines, game number 3. This could be a quick one today. This could be a very fast series. I had hopes for ASoul to make a run through the lower bracket. Maybe not towards the winner the grand final, but they impressed me in the first run of the tournament. They had a good run in the lower bracket, but now they go up against the second Korean powerhouse, and they just have some limitations there. I think generally, if you see them against a team that is more so on eye level with them, they make really good moves. They have a good understanding of the macro and the strategy that they have to execute, but it seems that at least for today against Team Tsunami, it's not happening. They are on a different level, and it's crazy. It's really crazy. And Team Tsunami, obviously, they have something to prove here too. It doesn't matter how big the community is that you're talking about, Heroes of the Storm being one of the smaller ones, but I can guarantee you one thing. If you are at the top of the food chain in any game, and you have the Korean fan base, if you mess up massively, they are not happy. And you're gonna feel that. So losing in the winner bracket against C8 was something that I cannot... not for a second do I believe that the Korean Heroes of the Storm fans have been like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. I can guarantee you that a lot of people have looked at this as like, are you guys kidding me? Like, you were the best in the game. You guys are former HGC players. How can you get spanked like this by a Chinese team that hasn't even played during the times of HGC? So they are very motivated to now show quite the powerful performance here, and so far they've definitely done that. I mean, they are breezing through that series. It's kind of nuts. Mephisto gets banned, so the boys in blue, they gotta prove something. We got Lucio and Diablo taken for ASoul. They're obviously hoping to at least take one map here, ideally start a reverse sweep, but it will be tricky. And we get Leo plus Garrosh on Infernal Shrines. I haven't seen that much Garrosh, but I like that he's getting played now. Garrosh is a great hero, by the way, that always highlights another one that is missing a lot, and I talked about this in one of the previous series. We don't see a whole lot of Zarya. If this was Europe, we would have seen Zarya multiple times with the Vala build, maybe together with Garrosh, get that speed bubble on level 4 and then allow Garrosh to rush into them. So, yeah, but for now, we have good dominance on the Shrine, possibly by them. Yeah, Vala gets banned though, I like that. That's a nice move. If you don't plan on taking her for yourself, then that's exactly what you should do. And, of course, Leo is always great here. He has great rotational potential between the mid and the top lane, which is the normal setup. And you have the position on the shrine as well. That really helps you. Yeah, Hyde with Malfurion, he can do a lot here. Stukov would, of course, been the preferred choice, but he is still in a position where he can easily lock down the entrances of the shrine. And, well, follow up on Garrosh, follow up on Leo, and do a lot with that. But yeah. So what else are we getting? Chromie is banned out. That's a... Ooh, Junkrat is up. Junkrat is open. Look at that. Greymane, good pick. I like it. But we have Junkrat as an option now. That doesn't happen a lot on Infernal Shrines. Great poke from outside the shrine. Good follow-up with the displacement on any kind of stun. Can trap them, of course, when they're trying to push through. Junkrat is... That is big. That's actually really, really big. Now, a lot of these teams have been picking Tassadar for Archon. Not sure if we're going to get that here. Tychus has, of course, been banned out. Jimmy and Junkrat, there they are. Oh yeah, Mayhem, baby. Let's go. Get some Mayhem in. And the last pick for the red team, ASoul. What are they going to go for here? What is ASoul going to pick? They need... Yeah, they need some damage. Some wave clear. Sylvanas. All right. Infernal Shrines. Could be the last one of the series, guys. Let's jump in. Our third map in the best of 5 here in the lower bracket between Tsunami and ASoul. Prepare yourself for battle. ASoul certainly has to do that because they have a big one ahead of themselves. If they lose here, they are out of the tournament. Tsunami would move on to the next round of the losers bracket. At this point, we got Junkrat for, I believe, the first time in this series, and maybe in the first time today. In play. Together with Reyna, he's going to try and get the damage out. We got Leo and Garrosh for frontline and side lane rotation, with Malfurion getting played for the support. And on the right side of the map, it is Hogger with Diablo at the front, Sylvanas and Greymane for damage, and Lucio's here. Now there's of course a couple of things that we still have to point out too. If the red team is able to get a Punisher and, well, maybe gets a few kills in, then we have tons and tons of push potential on their side. They have a very, very good composition to just disable structures, get Greymane into a good spot without being punished, using the Worgen form to chunk anything down that's in his pathway. So, yeah, talking about it, he's already... Look at this. Look at that fucker. Cheeky! Cheeky! I like it! And they interrupted the rotation with Diablo. Nicely done. Now Dibbles is in a bit of trouble, but yeah, they're getting the kill on him. I think that could have been played a little bit better on Diablo's side maybe, but anyways, trading Diablo early game for the Fountain, I call worth. I honestly call worth. He was a cheeky move by them, and I really like it. Guarded by Diablo, who died then. Could have gotten out of that, I suppose. They could have saved him, but even with him dying, I call worth here. Now, this is starting to become a little bit more dangerous as the mid lane also gets attacked now, but I like that ASoul is coming in with a couple of ideas and a few moves that they want to make, so good for them. Okay, so with that, what else are we getting? We have currently the camps that get focused after the 1 minute mark has of course just passed. The red team is making some more aggressive plays since they're not aiming for their own camp, but they're going instead for the more neutral one in the middle. And if they can lock that in, they have a chance to get 2 out of the 3 at the bot lane. So yeah, good for them. But they're also losing. Yeah, they're losing Lucio. 2 kills to 0 in an early level 4, and it seems that Diablo is also going to be in trouble. That's the problem when you let Junkrat through. If you have a team... Jesus, he got kicked. Yeah, if you have a really nice and good Lucio player, Junkrat player, you can follow up any stun with displacement, and if you time that properly, there's an endless CC chain that is hitting that target hard, and that's what made it impossible for Leoric to get out, so for Diablo to get out here. Hero names today, like what's going on? But yeah, so really nice coordination and good plays, and that's exactly the way that you need to play this one out. So no matter how much I like the moves that the red team is putting in here, and especially that they're not intimidated and they're trying, you know, to make active decisions and moves on the map, they still are getting outplayed a little bit. It feels just simply like a different level that Tsunami is operating on here. I feel ASoul is one of the teams to definitely watch out for in the Chinese scene. I think these guys have some potential, but against the top Korean names, they don't seem to have what it takes yet. But who knows? Maybe they can win a map here. Maybe they can snowball this a little bit. For now, things are looking a bit more grim. That fountain on the bot lane, though, is now missing because the objective is up, and maybe that helps. Tsunami will have to move into the mid lane in order to tap the fountain. So, yeah, they have to focus on that. Top side is still fighting it out, so Gonda is up against... Oh, wow, they are going here with everything. Yeah, they're trying to go for the kill, and they're using Greymane Sylvanas to push structures, and they're going to get the kill, aren't they? Yeah, kill is in, nicely done, and they're going to chunk. They're moving through the gate. The reaction of Team Tsunami is there. But they are trying to play around them, and I like that. Hyde is shutting this down, though. Sylvanas is the first one to fall. He's still moonfiring Greymane's ass, and they are attempting interrupts wherever they can. And yes, Greymane, he's still on the run, but eventually he's going to die. 18 hit points. Yeah, Lucio's already dead. He's still on the move, and this is just not happening. Get moonfired, baby. So they take the top fort, but they lose 3 heroes. Now, again, this isn't too bad if you think about it. 6 kills against 1, so that's obviously a massive gap, and down here the Punisher has been taken. But if you look at the structural damage on the map, what has that Punisher actually done for Team Tsunami? In case that you're wondering, the professional answer is jack shit. Absolutely nothing. Whereas topside, that fort has been destroyed. So structurally, ASoul is ahead now. Now, Tsunami is trying to do everything that they can to obliterate that little lead that exists. But I like moves like that. They're trying to play more of a macro style around it. They use Sylvanas and Greymane as one of the strongest push combos in the game to find value on the side lanes and play around the opponent. So they are adjusting a bit to what happened in the previous games, and they're trying something different. And against a weaker team, you would very likely see them get even more value. So they are still falling behind. It's still Tsunami that runs the show, but I love how they are trying to be the ones, you know, that make the decisions here. That come in and say, guys, we have a plan, we're trying something different, we are having troubles in these team fights, they are mechanically just on a different level than us, so let's let the objective slide and instead find value somewhere else on the map. But of course, now that Tsunami has locked in level 10 abilities, they are diving hard for potential kills. And they really want to take them. And they nearly get the kill on Sylvanas, who's barely able to move out. So a lot of aggression from the blue team now that they have the heroic abilities. And they are, of course, aiming to take multiple structures out. Not only is the one in the mid lane threatened, but at the bottom of the map, this fort has also taken damage. So yeah, there we go. At this point, 7 kills to 1. Hyperion is taken. Leo on the rotation stopped. With a drain, he's gonna be fine. And Sylvanas has fallen, but Lucio, yeah, he dies too. He doesn't escape. Nope, he goes down as well. They steal the camp away, they get the Lucio kill, and now they're going for the fort at the bottom of the map. 9 kills to 1, big lead in experience, a huge advantage, of course, that will likely lead to a level 13 talent advantage around the next objective. Yeah, it could be close. But now that they took the fort down, they can also move in the mid lane and drop potentially another one. And they are, of course, pushing this way past these forts. I mean, look how aggressive they are around it. They are not afraid to invade here. Greymane is hoping that he can get a cheeky kill in against, well, Jimmy, but he doesn't even have to. Instead, they go for Malfurion, and here we go. The fire gets unleashed. I love it. 3 easy kills for ASoul. That's how you need to make it work. Nice. I like this team. I really like them. They have some spunk to them. Yep, they already have that set up. Look, the engage comes. Jimmy goes down. And after that, Malfurion also dies. 2 easy kills and then another one against Garrosh. Now, we are still looking at level 12 for both of the teams. It's a 5 versus 5 once again, but the lead on the next objective goes to ASoul. So, yeah, there it is. So they have a chance now to get ahead on the objective. But of course, that team fight could turn, especially because level 13 is so close that I believe it will drop during this battle. But great fight and good action. Yeah, Lucio is already getting zoned out hard by our boy, Jimmy. And now they've taken control over this. A couple of mini lags here. Again, all of this is playing out on the Chinese server, so this could be on me. Nearly a kill, but they are not afraid to fight. The red team comes in again. ASoul, they want the kill. Greymane is moving in, but Sylvanas is so low. She has to retreat. 31 stacks now in favor of the blue team. And there is the mother of all entombs. The kill on Dibbles. Greymane falls. Everybody else is just on the run. And as the Punisher gets taken, we have level 13 talents and even more of an advantage for them. Yeah, they're running. They're just trying to get away here. That fort in the mid lane doesn't stand a chance, of course. And if that root hits, they're following it up with an additional kill. Yeah, it's getting nasty. It's getting really nasty for ASoul here. They do what they can to somehow save this game. The jump procced in front of the wall. No! Not like this. Mad value. The fort down, the wall destroyed. They keep taking damage. Leo is moving in as well. The level 13 talent advantage. Boy, they are ahead here. Boy, they are ahead. Let's see if they can get a kill. If they get kills, they're going to go for keep. But it doesn't seem like they can. Oh, there's the taunt. Maybe Hogger. Taunt, stun, one hit after another. He's not out yet. Riptide in the back. Jimmy is a bit low, but the Entomb hits Lucian and hits him hard. Here comes Malfurion with the heals. And even the Hyperion is getting chipped in. Yeah, they're trying for Dibbles, sound barrier to save them. That fight just doesn't end, does it now? They try for Jimmy and they get Jimmy. Jimmy is dead and they want more. They want Garrosh, they want Junkrat. And Garrosh they shall get, I suppose. Garrosh down, Leo dead, 7 kills to 11. Spicy. Bring it back, baby. 14 to 15. That is some sick stuff now. But yeah, 2 forts down. The keep nearly killed. They're looking very, very good here once more. And of course, by now, we're also talking about the next camp that gets taken. Yeah, but this is some cool plays that we're seeing on both sides now. I love how the red team is just going for aggression, trying to get some kills together. They have 11 to 7. But yeah, they go a bit too deep, aren't they? They are going to lose Diablo. They hope for the counter kill on Kyoja's Leoric, but it doesn't happen. And it's an endless brawl now. It just goes from the mid lane to the bot lane, but the fight never really stops. They're trying to escape again, but even Hogger has to use his ult and the Hoarder pull to escape because he gets chased so hard. And Greymane is always ready for a quick attack. And they're going for that attack once again. There it is, but this time he bit off a little bit more than he can chew. Came in, tried for the kill, he gets dropped, 13 kills to 7, level 16 talents now also ready. Diablo back to business and diving in deep, but he gets murdered by Garrosh. Give him the axe, and he got the axe. So now they go for Sylvanas, penetrating round, not in range, and Sylvanas just get bombed. Leo, he had enough of this. Yeah, his heart can take it, so he instead moved to the top lane. But yeah, the game is getting bonkers here. It's an endless brawl that we're seeing right now. And it's working very well in favor of the blue team that is now opting for keep and just simply popping the ult of our boy Jimmy. So yeah, ult is in and they take it. The keep is down. First keep eliminated in the game. A 2-level lead with still the level 16 talent advantage. And of course, right now we're also looking at another objective. Line them up and the paint them red. And the shrine is active in 10 more seconds, but level 16 is so close for ASoul that you know they're gonna go for the fight. Of course they're gonna go for the fight. Why wouldn't they? They see a fight, they're happy. 1.5 levels. If they get the kills, they might be able to bridge it. Now we have the will of the Forsaken, and we got up the frequency. And Greymane, he's all out on the Alpha Killer. Oh yeah. Trying to go for the front line. Can they get the kill? No, they can't. Jimmy is still alive. Jimmy alive. They go for Garrosh. He survives through all of them too. This is crazy. How did Jimmy live through that? That's just nuts. Leo stops them. The maze, he slows them down even further. Gonda saves himself. But the kill against Jimmy. Sylvanas dies. It's a kill for a kill. The mid lane gets pushed, by the way. There's catapults and camps pushing towards the core. And Leo gets murdered by Hogger as he's trying to escape through the gate. What a game! 45,000 damage by Hogger, who has, by the way, not died. Hogga is the only one that hasn't died in this game. The only one that has not fallen. The core gets attacked, shield is slowly dropping, but we're early in the game. Unlikely to get enough damage through. So right now, it's all about the objective. It's all about the Punisher. 29 to 23. Diablo! And he's dead. And Leo is about to respawn. But Junkrat gets also killed. Hogga is out of this world right now. Honestly, Hogga is just crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. 48,000 damage. Hasn't died yet even once. And is murdering them where they stand. Garrosh is also dead now. So we have 17 kills against 11. The shield is still falling on the side of the core. And this battle doesn't end. It doesn't end. Jimmy is dead. They're chasing harder. Leo. Hogga gets killed. No, Greyman gets killed by the minions. Kyoja was not able to get the last hit in, but he still dies. 18 kills to 13. 31 in general. The core is losing hit points. Another catapult is moving in. They're going for the bot lane now. Diablo is back and he's going to defend. Hogga is thinking about moving back to... What a game! This is going bananas. They take it down, and yeah, level 20. I mean, they nearly closed the gap in experience at this point. The experience gap is nearly closed. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So they're going straight to the middle. We have 10 stacks currently for Greymane. Bottom 4 has been eliminated. They're trying to go for another one. Yeah, it's madness. It's absolutely madness. Level 20 is so close, though, that Storm Talons will give another advantage over to Team Tsunami. But I love how ASoul is fighting tooth and nail to get at least a point onto the board here. And of course, now they have a few camps that they can focus on. They have a little bit more control. They also want to close the gap in experience and get to level 20 themselves. Yeah, level 20 talents are also ready for the other teams. So now we got the Cannonball in. We got the Buried Alive. Thank God that someone in this tournament is taking Buried Alive. At least the Koreans are focusing in on it. Because we've seen so many Leos now ignore their talent. Mainly on the Chinese side. They just like that Burning Despair. But the Koreans, no, they like a good engage. And Kyoja landed so many murderous ones that I don't blame them even a little bit. Level 20 now available on both sides, as you can tell. So Storm Talons are also tickling in for the red team. We have them with the Hellgate and the House Party. Bolt of the Storm for our girl Sylvanas. The Hoarder pulled with Secret Stash. And Greymane is going straight up for the Tooth and Claw. Oh yeah, baby. Give me the damage. He goes full beast mode on this one. Now, again, 18 kills to 13. And they're going for the next brawl. Order pulled engage. They're trying to isolate the next one. Going for the kill on Malfurion. But he gets the tranquility out. It doesn't matter. Hide! It's still alive. Hide! What? How is he living through this? There's the kill. Look at that ragdoll. Oh, that ragdoll got fucked. And dropped off the platform even. It took ages to kill him, and then the ragdoll just gets kicked 3 screens and drops off the platform. Drops into hell. 34 kills now. Another one. Hero! Pay the red, baby! They go for Dibbles, but it's Jimmy that dies first. Diablo, he has the stacks. It's nasty. And there's Hogga. Finally, he's dead. Everybody down. A 5-man wipe, but what a kill. What a kill. No fort standing. Top lane setup. Yeah, he taps the fountain. Dibbles, the only survivor. They can't go core because they don't have enough surviving. And there's nothing to take on the map. There's nothing. There's no camp, no objective, just absolutely nothing. So they're just sitting there as like, well, guess we have to wait. Absolute beauty. 83,000 damage by Junkrat. 64,000 by Jimmy. And Hogga has 63k. Greymane at 53,000 isn't looking too bad either. But yeah, they won the fight and they got nothing out of it. Jimmy is getting a bit farmed on the blue team side. He died 5 times already. Team! Even with a better save than sorry play, they dropped the Entomb on him. and this time he's down for the count. And that's 60 seconds without Diablo just as the objective gets announced. That is bad news. That's the kill that you cannot afford. Yeah, that's the kill that you just simply can't afford in this situation. Now, Greymane, all alone on the map, he's hoping to get the camp. It's the only thing that they can do. But now with Diablo gone and the objective up, they have Leo on the point, and they are starting to take the wall down. Exactly as they should. Get as much out of this as you can. I like how cheeky they are down here. That's a keep. They're gonna trade keeps. No, they're not. They are afraid that they're gonna go for core. ASoul, you cheeky motherfuckers. I love it. That is fantastic. I like these moves. Did they stay too long? It was one of the best plays they could have made here, but did they stay too long? The answer might be yes. Tranquility is up. Hogger with the engage, the kill. But Greymane is dead as well. The Mortar Punisher taken at the top lane by Leo. And now they're trying, of course, to get another kill in, but they can't. Everybody else is able to move out. Mid lane, though. The camps that have been taken previously by ASoul, they're taking the fort down. So yeah, I like it. But at the top side, Leo, he is trying to get the damage done now. And there it is! The Entomb! The drain! And he has to Hellgate out. But the creep is still getting attacked. Big push in the mid lane on the other hand. Again, eventually this is going to end up at the keep. You know. But, of course, now we have 25 kills against 16. 41 kills! 41 kills in a 20-minute game. 2 kills a minute. But it seems that Team Tsunami is trying to end it here. Oh, yes. Here comes the Punisher. They go for the core. They try to take it down. I'm not sure they can. But well, it's going to be close one way or another. Damage is in. Shield is gone. Reptile attempts are happening. The drain. And no! Lucio died to the Punisher. And the core is down to 45%. Jimmy is back to business, but Leo is also down. Diablo down for the full duration. This has to be game. This simply has to be. It is over. It's over right here, right now. They might get a kill on Gonda. Greymane is trying his best. Has to jump out and is going to get moonfired very likely here. Hero came in with a penetrating round and the core is falling. Valiant effort. Valiant effort by ASoul. You gotta appreciate what they did here. But it is still Tsunami that locks in a 3-0 victory with a win on Infernal Shrines. 46 kills in total. What a game. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.